That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that would have ended up coming out. I can see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bit. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky, and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now.
Hello. How is everyone? Sorry about that, Mark. I didn't realise you were still on screen.
It's all right.
Right.
You're going to apologise too.
Yeah, I've just lost 3 subscribers for that. Sorry about that. Anyway, so as you obviously know, Mark, the gentleman woodturner, is here with me today because Nick's back at work. So I've asked for Mark to come in, and maybe someone else pop in later. Depends on everybody's free or busy. But anyway, let's get on with it. So today, anyway, thank you very much for all the nice comments for coming back, and it's great to be back, to be honest. I've been looking forward to this most of the week to get back because I do miss it, to be honest. I don't know why, because you lot are always nasty to me and pick on me, but anyway, I do miss it.
There'll be no change today.
No, there'll be no change today at all. So like I put in the description, a few months ago I made some mahogany and oak blanks. This is one of them, and basically I just glued it together itty bitty to see what it came out like. Really, it was just a bit of a trial. So this is some of this composite oak boarding they use for when they build all like the supermarkets and all that, like you see all in the roof trusses, and there's some offcuts I managed to get hold of. So yeah, and then there was just some mahogany planks. So I'm hoping it's going to come out okay. I hope it's going to hold together, but we'll see. Time will tell. So that's the plan today. And like I say, no frills, just turn it, buff it, and hopefully it will glimmer in its natural glory.
Have you glued that with Tide Bond?
Yes, it was. I'll get my small bottle of Tide Bond out. It was just a normal wood glue, the original.
Should be fine, but
yeah, normally, obviously, like anybody, I'm not telling people how to glue wood together, but whenever I glue, I always wet both surfaces. That opens the grain up a little bit. And then when you put your glue on it, as it dries, it draws the glue into the grain to give you a stronger bond. Because if not, normally you find some people just put the glue, the thick glue, on a normal piece of wood. Now, I'm not saying it won't hold, but it doesn't soak into the grain as well to give you that bond. So I'm not trying to tell people how to do it, but that's how I do it anyway. So hopefully she'll be all right. She does. It looks all right. It's not cracked. It's not cracked. There's a couple of little gaps in it. Obviously, where when I planed it, I didn't quite get it perfect, but we can feel them, or they might not notice them when you turn it, to be honest. So anyway,
Sure to be fine.
she will. Right. Okay. I'll go on to screen. Put Mark into the background this time, and then Mark can go through the chat. And if you don't mind, Mark, and just see who's in the chat for us, please.
Yep. Right. We've got Amy DeAngelis.
Afternoon,
Wood Wizardry by Colin. That's his new YouTube name. Well
Oh,
done, Colin.
and
Colin
congratulations! And congratulations on hitting 100 subs yesterday.
The Dutch Turner, Robert Robertson, Mike the Midnight Joker, Sid's Repurposing, J Wooden Things AU, John PBH.
Oh, John's back. Watch out! Trouble's going to be happening now.
Yep. Rob CP. Dr. Bob, Robert Elliott, PhD.
Afternoon, all.
Who else have we got in here? Circular Wood by Keith. Hello, Keith.
Afternoon, Keith.
God, you're looking talk, aren't you? LE2 Meadows Designs. There's hundreds.
Is there?
Sid's Repurposing. Joe Senior. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Terry Bray.
Terry Bray. Afternoon.
Some fella called SK Krafts.
Dodgy geezer.
Yep. Robert Dolman.
Afternoon, Robert.
Keep going down. Kim Dickerson.
Afternoon. So nice to see so many people come back. That's nice.
Four King Owls. Hello,
Who?
Four King.
Oh, Four King.
Four King
You
Owls.
got to be careful how you say that.
I'm trying to be very precise. Don't know if I said Wivy Woodshed.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. I think that's everybody so far.
Thank you very
30
much,
in the
Mark.
chat.
Thank you very much.
Hello to everybody.
Yes, and thank you all for coming over.
If I missed you, I do apologise. Shout out.
If
anyone's got any questions, could you start the chat with word question so I don't miss it? Because it's only me and you lot type fast. Oh, Paul Smith's in. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Paul. How you doing? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to round this off to start with, and then we'll go from there. I don't know what shape I want. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. But I may be a bit rusty.
Let the wood speak to you. Let it tell you what it wants to be.
Speak to me. Speak to me.
Ian Leonard's in. I missed him. Sorry.
Hi, Ian. But I think this is the first one I've been on a lathe for about 3 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. So
question from John PBH.
Yep, go for it.
What lovely colour is this going to be?
I'm not even going to answer that. No colour.
Au naturel.
Au naturel, yeah. I'm not going to colour it. It's too nice to colour.
Fire. Fire.
No. Who's that?
Me.
Oh, right. No fire. No fire.
Dutch is saying he imagines the wood's just screaming, ah, stop cutting me.
Yeah. Ah, pain, the pain.
Baz is in. Hello, Baz.
Hi, Baz. How you doing? Have you used that lathe yet, sir? Come on, get these out. Let's get you on yet. So I'm just going to true this up really because the bits of mahogany I put in were slightly wider than the actual blank I was putting them in. So we'll clean it up.
Ian in the shed's just joined.
Hi, Ian. Thanks for coming over. Hope everybody is well and safe.
Christine and Michael Heseltine are in.
Oh, hello, Christine and Michael. How are you both? Hope you're both well. Right, so let's find our centre. Is that bright enough? Yeah, that's bright enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I usually find the centres right in the middle.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, you learn something every day.
Mind you, the way I turn, not always.
So let's put that there.
Damo's in. G'day, Damo.
Hi, Damo. Thanks for coming over, mate. Speed it up. Don't want a huge deep tenon. So just clean that out. It's quite difficult. Well, not difficult, but it's strange because you're going through one part of the wood, which is the oak, which is obviously quite firm. And then when you hit the mahogany, that's obviously a little bit softer.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a strange sensation.
I did a segmented bowl a couple of months ago, and I used lime and mahogany.
Oh,
And
they are
cutting through
totally different.
Yeah, cutting through the lime's like cutting through melted butter,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden you'd hit the mahogany.
yeah, yeah. That is totally different. You know, that's like pine and mahogany, isn't it?
Yeah. And the tear out was just horrendous.
I've never turned lime, but they do say that's quite a soft, real soft wood.
Yeah. No matter which way I went at it, uphill, downhill, supported grain, unsupported, sharp tools, tear out everywhere.
Really?
I sanded that thing for 2 hours.
Bloody hell. Yeah, I think I've only ever had. The worst bit I ever done was a bit of spalted beech, and it was a bit pucky on the outside. And
Yeah,
like you think, oh, I'll cut through that. I'll cut through that. I'll cut through that. I think that was all the way through. To be honest, that never ever ended. So
it ended up being a toothpick.
Yeah, it was a long while, and in the end, I just thought, no, I'm going to have to soak it. I actually soaked it in a product called Wet Rot by Cuprinol, which is a bit like what Wayne was on about the other night, like the dry rot chemical. It was a bit like that, but it takes about 3 days to dry off, but that's hard when that's dry, you know what I mean? Actually, I'm going to turn that a little bit just to give me a bit easier. Can you still see that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, question is, do we put a nice swooping bowl, or do we keep it fairly square side? What do you reckon?
Calabash. It's my favourite shape. Calabash.
What's calabash?
It's like a cauldron.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with
goes
you.
round, and it goes round in at the top as well.
Yeah, it's got like a turn lip on it.
Yeah.
Yep, let's go for that then. If that's wrong, we can all blame Mark.
Yep. Quite happy to accept responsibility.
I've got to make an apple because of you, Mark.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Nicholas was watching your video, what you did an apple. Did you do a video or did you do just pictures?
Just pictures on Insta.
Yeah. And she said, oh, I like that apple Mark's done. I said, oh, really? And when we was Yorkshire, we went to Snayton's. I could never say the bloody word. But anyway, that woodworking shop in there. And
Snayton's.
yeah, that's the one. And they had some on there on show, what obviously other turners had done. And she go, oh, this is what you do. So now she's got loads of videos or pictures of showing me. She said, could you turn one of these? Could you turn one? I said, well, I should imagine I could turn one if I tried hard.
Hey, if I can, you can. That's for certain.
So yeah, that's what she wants. But did you buy the kit? Did you buy a kit to put like the leaf and that in, or did you make it?
Yeah. No, I bought that from Axminster.
Oh, okay. Because the one she saw had like a pointed, like a turn pointed bit in the top what looked like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know whether to
They're
buy
only
one.
about they're only about a couple of quid from Axminster.
Oh,
You
are
can
they?
get them silver plated or gold plated.
Oh, right. I might get one of those. So I think they look better, to be honest. And then what you do is drill a hole and insert them, do you?
Yeah. Be careful when you push them in because the leaf section is a bit fragile.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's fair enough.
Wivy's got a good suggestion.
What's that?
Just buy mine.
I did tell her that, funny enough. I said, just go on there and buy it off a Mark's Etsy store. No, well, when you can make one.
Oh, bless her.
Casey's on the lathe later. My youngest daughter, she's coming on the lathe after the live.
Oh, cool.
She wants to have a go. Well, she had a go before, but she ain't really had time to get on. Well, it's a poor excuse, I suppose, for being on lockdown. But she said earlier that she'd like to try and get on there. I think that's only because Glyn spoiled her when we went to Yorkshire Grit. He gave her a Yorkshire Grit hat, a smock.
She's privileged.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. I said, I ain't even bloody got a hat. Oh, ain't you? I go, no. He said, you're not getting one either. I said, oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, he gave her a smock that he had done for somebody else, but obviously they didn't get it. So Casey's now got it, and he gave us some Yorkshire Grit as well.
Nice.
So she's going to me, Dad, this is my Yorkshire Grit. Put it up somewhere where you're not going to use it. I'm such a cheeky little monkey.
Colin's saying awesome, another Caitlin.
Well, possible.
Hey up, Glyn's in.
Yeah, what did I say? Just mentioned his name.
Yep. He's like Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times, he pops up. Ian in the shed's having to leave, go back to work.
Thanks for coming over,
See you
Ian.
later, Ian.
Have
Cheers.
a good day, mate. So I just want to try and round it off a little bit, really. Is that a nice shape for you, Mark, or not?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of what I was looking for.
Well, we aim to please.
And then the top edge of the lip, round that down in as well.
What, in that
Into
way?
the bowl. Yeah, into the bowl, yeah.
Not like that, though.
Oh! Without having a catch.
I'll round that in when I'm going the other way, I think.
Robert Robertson says, not a calabash, a gazumta.
Oh, look, it's just chipped a bit out of there now. Bother.
Have you chipped it out?
Yeah, a little bit there, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
That's all right. Take the rim down a bit. That'll be all right. Design change.
yeah. Can always take that in a little bit further. Don't know why, but I feel nervous.
I don't know why you're nervous. Nobody's watching what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all talking. I don't care what I do. I'm just here for the entertainment.
Sid's repurposing is asking, where's Nikki?
She's at work, mate, today. She's back at work, bless her. So,
Doug's
yeah,
in. Whole barn. Hello,
Hi,
Doug.
Doug. Hi, Doug. How you doing? Yeah, the schools go, but her school goes back to went back yesterday. So obviously she's back, and then my youngest daughter goes back Monday. So peace and quiet.
Hey.
That's better. The only trouble when you crisscross grain in it, you get that little bit of chipping out. Like there's a little tiny bit there as well, but I can't do nothing about that. But I think I'm going to sand that now. I think I don't want to push my luck.
Yeah. I think as far as I know, my boys went back to school today.
Yeah, some of the schools have gone back today. Normally she goes back a day early because they have a teachers' training day, don't they? But because obviously this COVID stuff, for some reason they haven't done it. You'd have thought they'd have gone back in and sort of done deep cleaning and all sorts, wouldn't you? But they haven't done it. But she was saying that the school she goes to, she was saying when they went through some of the drawers, obviously you think all the schools would have been deep cleaned, but some of the drawers were high-bound in the drawers where they hadn't been cleaned out. So, which is a bit bad, really, considering the situation we're in.
Paul Smith has just asked me a question. I'm pretty sure. He says, I missed me talking about the suction equipment I use for my, I think he means bowls. He spelled bowels, but
Might be your bowels.
I just caught the tail end of this discussion. Could you explain what equipment you use? Do you mean for my dust extraction, Paul? If so, I use an Axminster AC50E shop vacuum with a 120 litre plastic drum with a lid, a cyclone on the top, and a static dust collection hood near to the lathe. And I have a pressure release valve on the top of the drum to stop the drum imploding if it gets blocked. All connected with flexible hose.
Well, I'm going to put it straight on. If it's too noisy, tell me, Mark, and I'll mute. So I'm going to sound this.
Fine.
Is all right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to sound this from 80 to 240 grit. And then we're going to use our flexible friend, Yorkshire grit, to take it up to give us a nice glimmering shine.
Tommy Dunn's in, but he's got bad signal, so he may have to watch later.
Okay, mate. Thanks for coming over anyway. We're trying to come over. Very much appreciated to everybody for coming over. Hang on, let me see if I can find a name. Hobby Turner in. Is Hobby Turner in? I haven't seen his name.
No,
Adrian?
I haven't seen his name.
No. I just wanted to let him know that his t-shirt's been printed and I'll get that that and the bowl sent over to him in the next few days. But obviously if he's watching this later.
The Dutch Turner's saying he made a release valve like that from one of those pop-open drink bottles.
Oh, really? Good idea.
You do need one with the plastic. You either have to have a vacuum release valve or you have to brace the inside of the drum. And when you brace the inside of the drum, obviously you lose volume from the bracing. So a release valve is a better option.
Yeah, I ordered mine.
You're only about £7.
Yeah, I ordered mine last night.
From the link I gave you, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know how long that'll take to get here, but
Should only take 3 or 4 days. Mine did.
oh really? Where's it from then? Because it's in euros, isn't it?
Germany, I think.
Oh right, that's not too bad.
And he sells cyclones. That company sells cyclones as
Yeah,
well.
I did have a look on their
And their
what-
cyclones look really good because they've got filters in them.
Oh really?
Yeah. So if anybody wants the link, shout out. Well, I could pop it in here if you're all right with that.
Yeah, stick it in, mate. If that help people. Like I say, over the next couple of days, I'm going to be doing mine, so I might do a video of it actually and put it on the channel if that helps people. Like I say, the cyclone came yesterday from Axminster. The drum came as well, so I've got everything I need other than the valve.
Those Axminster cyclones are huge, aren't they?
Yeah, 100 mil input, isn't they? 100 mil input, 100 mil output. But I'm gonna do it on some slam gates. I've got some slam gates here from when I done the garage. I bought one of those, you know, the kits Axminster do, like the extraction kits, and I never used all the gates. So I've got some gates. So I'm gonna plumb it into the lathe, put it behind this wall here, and then I'm going to also plumb it over to my record power linisher, because when you use that just fills the workshop for the fine dust. But,
well, I've put the link in for the pressure relief valve, but if you go on that link, you can also then go into the website and have a look at the cyclones that he does as well.
Yeah,
they're all reasonably priced, and like I said, the delivery, I think it took me 4 days before it got here.
that's good, isn't it? So what I've done for a change, I have dished the bottom of this out. I thought I'd do a bit of weighing and see how that works out for a change.
Just remember you've dished it when you're hollowing out.
Yeah. If not, I'll be joining the funnel club.
Yeah, it's only a couple of mils, but it makes a difference to what you're used to.
Right, so that's 80 grit. Let's get a 120.
That's looking nice.
Yeah, I like the crisscross in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the mahogany will pop once that's polished up. Yeah, this composite wood is really good. It's American oak, but you always get a nice finish on it, because even a big bowl, you get like multi finishes on it because of the different way it's put together. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get some from a local guy. We got a couple of like cheap jack wood places around here, what do like say like B&Q returns and things like that. And one of them gets, now and again, he buys at auction like this sort of stuff. And I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And I think for like 6 pieces, I think they're like 150, 200 mil wide by 3 inches deep. And I think that was about 600 mil long. He charged me a tenner for 6 pieces. So happy days.
Dutch has said he's had to cancel his premiere because he wasn't sure what time people are on. Dutch, if you do it at either 6 or half past UK time tomorrow, you'll be fine. Nobody else is on between 6 and 7.
Yeah. Just basically, it's pot luck, really.
Space doesn't start till 7 or half past.
I always say, if people want to watch it, they'll come over no matter what they're doing.
Paul Smith is asking, could we recommend a suction chuck, vacuum chuck? The only system that I know of that I've seen in action is the one that Ed Oliver uses and sells on his site. And he uses one that uses a compressor to generate a vacuum. So you don't need a vacuum pump.
Yeah.
So you can just use your own compressor. But that would be Oliver's wood turning.
I don't know nothing about vacuum, Chuck, so I'm not even going to suggest anything.
Glyn says the best thing to do to stop your shop filling up with dust is to leave your tools in the box like he does.
That's what I'm going to do when I go there in October. I'm just going to open all these tools up, what he's got in boxes. We'll try all their new tools out, see if they work properly.
Dutch is saying, yeah, but nobody will be on to watch either. Dutch, with premieres, you don't get many people in the premiere, in the chat. It's not big numbers when you premiere a video. It's not like lives. Just chuck it up, and whoever turns up, turns up. Yep. And then the video's there for everybody to watch.
Yep. Yeah, I think the first premiere I put up, I think I had about 7 people in.
Yeah, I think I did 6 or 7.
Yeah, not big numbers. But people will watch it. As soon as it's been premiered, people will come back and watch it. So it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Right, let's get some sand and cedar on this bad boy. I've got my little girly squirty bottle now. Look.
Ooh.
Just to make sure.
Go on.
Just to make sure I don't mix it up with my vinegar. We'll be all right.
Yeah. I put it on your chips.
Be a bit sticky.
I think a lot of people who watch YouTube, apart from people in this community, don't really know what a video premiere is.
No.
They just watch the videos on the suggested list, or if they're a subscriber.
Yeah, because when you look at people like Bobby Duke and the rest of them, they don't do premieres, do they?
No.
They just stick videos up as and when.
Till I became a member of this community, I didn't know the premieres even existed. And I've been watching YouTube for years.
Shame on you.
Yeah, but I'm a Luddite, so I don't understand technology.
But no, premiere is. Premiere is good. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to interact with the crowd. But like you say, Mark, they're not big numbers. Best thing you can do is promote it. Get it on Instagram. Get it on Facebook. Promote the hell out of it, and then hopefully you'll get a few more numbers in. And again, on timing, it's just a case of putting it when it's suitable for you. And if the time don't work, then the next one you do, you alter the time. It's easy as that, and it's just playing around. And I've launched videos at tea time. I've launched videos at 8 o'clock at night. I've launched them. I always used to put my videos up at 7 o'clock on a Friday morning, and then I changed them to a Saturday evening before Nick's live, and there was not that much great deal difference. You know what I mean?
Douglas Mungham's joined. Hello, Douglas.
Hi, Douglas. How are you?
So we have the full complement of Dougs.
Yeah, the full house of Dougs. So I'm going to be using
noun for a group of Dougs.
Trouble.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using Yorkshire grit to buff this out.
Terry Bray would like you to explain what a premiere is.
Right, a premiere is where you upload your video as normal. You add the tags as normal. You do your description as normal. But what it is when you go into the selection to make it public, you can choose. Obviously, you've got a list of unlist, private, public, which goes public as soon as you click the public and save it. Or there's a link below that, scheduled. So you click on the scheduled button, and then that will allow you to pick a day and a time that you want that video to go live. So the video does not go live until that time expires. So what happens is, let's say, for instance, I set a premiere for tonight at 7 o'clock. at 7 o'clock, we'll always try and get in the premiere. My premiere is about 20 minutes before the actual film or movie or video, whatever you want to call it. And what happens is, let me come on camera so you're not talking to a bowl. Yeah, and what happens is, even you can't watch that video on your channel until that goes live. So what basically you're doing is you're viewing people who come in to watch in the chat, and you are watching the video exactly the same time throughout the video. So it just brings that interaction with your watchers, that they can comment on different processes of the video as they happen on the premiere. And I think it's better for interaction with the community, because it's nice, because people can suggest things that you could have done a little bit better. They can comment on how nice it looks, and you get that interaction. That's a bit like doing a live, but it's a pre-recorded video sort of thing. And
so the best way is to say it's a pre-recorded video with live chat.
Yeah.
But it's only live chat during the first play of the video.
Yes, exactly that. You're watching, as soon as that goes live, you and you're watching, whoever's in the chat are watching that all together at the same time for the same duration. And that's what I like about a premiere, because that gives you, it's like we just said, it gives you the interaction of a live chat, but you haven't got to have the pressure of being live on camera. I hated the thought of being live on camera when I first started doing lives, but now I'm like, you just get used to it. It doesn't bother you. But premieres are good. I do like a premiere, and it's nice to have that interaction with people.
Barry Fisher's just joined. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Barry. How are you? Thanks for coming over. So, Yorkshire grit. Do we need to explain how it works, or does everybody know by now? What do you reckon, Mark? Shall we explain it? Or...
Yeah, give it a bit of an explanation.
Yeah, keep Glyn happy.
Keeps the Oompa Loompas happy as well.
And you never know, I might get a free hat out of it. But anyway, Yorkshire grit microfine. No, Yorkshire grit original. It's a cut and compound that takes your workpiece up to anywhere between 600 to 1,000 grit, depending on how much you work it. So sand and sealed my piece first. Now we're going to give it a final sand with Yorkshire grit. So I'm going to, excuse me, sorry about that. So basically we're going to turn the lathe down, and we're going to gently rub our tissue over with what we've applied our Yorkshire grit with over the piece. And what you'll do, go on, sorry.
2 questions.
Go on then.
Douglas Mungham's asking what's being turned.
It's a piece of oak, American oak, with mahogany inserts or inlay, or whatever you want to call them.
Segments.
Yeah, done that.
And Paul Barn has asked, does Rich have an invasion tonight? Yes, he does.
Yeah, I believe so. I haven't seen a link for it, though.
Yeah, he's just while you've been on, he's posted the link.
Oh, right, okay. Yep, so yeah. Right, so what we're doing is, as you massage the... Well, that's a bad word, isn't it? Anyway, as you massage the Yorkshire grit into the wood as you're turning it, you will feel on the tissue that the grit, you can feel the grit, the actual grit part of the Yorkshire grit, you can feel it breaking down. And that's what's giving you your higher grits as you rub it in. So what we're going to do is...
Gently caress.
Wrong channel, Mark. That's the other channel.
All right.
So what I'm doing is I'm just basically rubbing this, and I'm feeling for when the grit is at its smoothest. And then we're going to bring in a clean piece of paper, just gently to finish off the excess grit that's on the piece, and take off any grit that we don't need. I
was very lucky. I had a personal masterclass from Glyn himself in how to use Yorkshire grit.
Yeah, Glyn's a star, mate. I love Glyn a bit.
John PBH is saying, Steve,
what?
You're an ambassador, so you have to explain every time, otherwise you'll get your P45 from Glyn. He goes on to say, smoothing the contours. That's a nice way of putting it.
That is very nice. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is, as you can see on the tissue, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, as you can see, the darkness of the tissue now is the oak and mahogany as it's sanding off, and the actual benefit of sanding with Yorkshire grit is there's no dust. As we all know, when you're sanding, it makes a mess everywhere. It's dusty, it's horrible, gets in every nook and cranny. But with Yorkshire grit, we're not actually creating any dust. It's being caught all in your tissue, which is what that dark particles are there.
I'll tell you what, on screen, the shine coming off of that bowl now
Already.
is fantastic.
Yeah. I want to try and get it nice and shiny. I might actually do it with a microphone as well. What do you reckon? Being a hardwood.
Yeah, go on.
So obviously that's I'll ground wood off of it to sand it down. So I'm going to get a clean piece of tissue, and we're now going to speed up the lathe just a little tiny bit, and we're now going to rub that out until we get, as you can see, you've got a trace of grit on there, and we want the tissue to come off absolutely clean. And then
See,
we know
what I was doing wrong. What I was doing wrong, I was changing the paper too soon. I
Yeah.
kept trying to go for clean paper before I'd let the grit do its work.
Well, the way I do,
keep it there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I do it through feel. You can feel it, can't you? When you start, it's really coarse. Then as the grit wears out, it gets smoother and smoother, and you can't hear or feel any vibration through you can't feel that cutting compound stuff through the tissue. So then I know I'm getting to a stage where it's getting high on grit. What we'll do is I'll just clean this off, and then we'll stop it and see what the shine's like, and then we'll get a bit of microfine on it and have a play with the microfine. Being hardwood, that'll perhaps come up really nice.
Colin's asking, what lighting are you using?
I'm using LED strip lights. Hang on a second, and I'll try and show you.
Mike, Midnight Joker, behave yourself.
Well, what's he putting?
He's gone. Go on, Steve. Rub it out and catch it in the tissue.
There's always one in there. There's always one. Right, let's have a look here. See what we can do. Right, let's have a look. Camera. Hang on, let's see if I can find. Hang on, I've got a camera here. Right, this camera here. Look. See those there? This is the one over the lathe. It's a 2-foot strip. Yeah, 2-foot strip from Screwfix. Think about 14 quid. Cool white, not warm white, because cool white give you a bit of a yellow tinge. These are cool white, no warm white. As you can see, they're more a yellow colour.
Yeah.
But I put these up because obviously when you're recording it, you don't want nothing too bright. So that's what I use. And then I've also got, as you can see here, I've got some individual floods. I don't know if you can see that, can you?
Yeah, you can just see them. Yeah,
I've got some individual floods on separate switches so I can turn them on as and when I need to. Not for your benefit, from mine, because I'm blind as a bat. So
you know what would be infinitely better as well, don't you?
What's that, mate?
Paint your walls white.
Oh, don't you start. Don't you start.
Dale's not here, so I thought I'd do it for him.
Do you know what? If I painted my walls white, I would grit every single moment of it. Every time you touch a wall, they're white. It's just crazy. Anyway, I'm not doing white walls. I do draw the line at that.
Doug from Pole Barns made a valid point.
What's that?
He said, Yorkshire grit, it's not a finish.
No, it's not a finish.
Nor is a microfine. And it's the biggest mistake he sees people make. Yeah. And the instructions that Glyn supplies tell you so. It's an abrasive paste. Yeah. It's not a finish.
No,
it's a pre-finish application. You have to put a finish on after you've used the Yorkshire grit.
Definitely. Yeah. Right, so we're going for the microfine. Let's try the microfine. So we know we've got a fairly decent shine on there now. Let's try the microfine. I normally use this on resin and that, but I have used it on hardwoods before, because I know Glyn says you can use it on. So basically exactly the same principle of putting this on as the original.
Because the Yorkshire grit original takes you up to a relatively about 1,000 grit, and the microfine should take you relatively to about 2,000 grit.
Yeah, definitely.
Equivalent.
So I'm going to slow this lathe down again, and again I'm just going to do exactly the same. Just spend a bit of time. This is just for Mike rubbing it out. Was it Mike? That was Mike, wasn't it? Who said about rubbing it out?
Yes, Baz, you do. Otherwise, Wayne shouts at you.
What's that?
Baz says you have to use sanding sealer before you use Yorkshire grit.
Yeah, definitely.
I've written it on my Yorkshire grit tins now, like Mike Walt does.
Yeah. There's no point. I mean, I suppose you can use it, but
My excuse is I've got brain damage, so sue me.
But the trouble is, all your waxes are soaking straight into the wood, aren't they? You know what I mean? So the wax is used as a lubrication, isn't it? So all that's soaking into the wood. So the grit's not working too efficient as it should be. That's basically the reason I think you sand and seal first. And at the end of the day, if you don't follow the instructions, then you ain't going to get the best out of the product, are you?
Amy DeAngelis just said that her youngest daughter turned 6 today. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Hope you're spoiling her.
She's making her watch this.
Oh, what an evil mother.
Snake's wall art is in. Hello, Snake.
Hi, Clive. How you doing, sir? Thanks for coming over. So this weekend you should see a video from Baz then about wood turning.
Oh, I don't think he gets the lathe for another couple of weeks.
Oh, right. I thought you had it already. Oh, I appreciate that. I thought you had it already.
Baz's daughter is 11 tomorrow.
11. That brings back some memories.
I bet she's 11 going on 23.
Yeah. Right. So you can see there, can you see that? Yeah. You can see there that all that colour has come out of the wood where the wood sand. So now we'll speed up a little bit.
We can see the mess you've made in that tissue.
Hello, my lathe speeding up and down.
Oh, he says he's got the lathe, but he just hasn't got time to set it up.
Oh, I see.
Takes 10 minutes, boy. Get it on.
Yeah, get it on. Time you sit there watching telly, you could have it up and going.
Got a faceplate. You've got a number 1 hollower. Get at it.
So just a clean bit of tissue, and we'll buff it off, and then we'll get some wax on it.
Amy's saying, Olivia had a great day, thank you.
Good.
She got hot chips from her favourite chippy and a nice cream and jam iced sponge cake and FaceTime with the family.
Nice. Nice.
Glenn's saying, use plenty of speed to buff the microphone.
And if it vibrates, turn it up.
Yeah. Don't you start. It's bad enough somebody else saying stuff like that.
Does it look shinier?
Yeah. That's gonna absolutely pop when you put finish on it.
So that's just with the original and the microfine Yorkshire grit. No finish on there yet. So get some wax on it. What do you reckon? Wood wax 22?
Have you got friction polish?
I have got friction polish.
I think on the top of my microphone, I think maybe the friction polish might give it a real buzz.
Right, okay, let's get some friction polish on it then. I do like friction polish because it's like a instant shine in it.
Yeah, I've been trying wood wax 22. It's okay, but I don't like it as much as Hampshire Sheen.
No, I agree with that. Exactly the same. I feel exactly the same.
It's not. It's shiny, but it's kind of a matte shiny.
Yeah. You have to work hard at it to get a good shine on it.
Yeah.
Where Hampshire Sheen, always find a couple of coats of Hampshire Sheen, and you've got your perfect shine. You know what I mean?
And like Martin says with the Hampshire Sheen, don't apply heavy pressure.
No.
Because all you're doing then is burnishing the wax off.
Yep.
So you
Exactly.
just a gentle pressure to rub it in, and it'll build and multiple coats. And that does work. It works a treat.
I mean, you shouldn't apply any heavy pressure on anything, really, should you?
Well, no, because basically you're taking it off again, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Like this. You mean, okay, yeah, you're relying on the heat to give you your shine, but you don't need to be pushing on it as hard to the lathe, struggling to. I mean, you hear some people, they're pushing on it, and you can hear the lathe like groaning because it's putting so much pressure on it.
Yeah.
So, right, let's polish this
It's
off.
finding a happy balance, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, okay, yes, with the friction polish, you need to generate the heat to give you a shine, but you don't want to be pushing on it, like you say, pushing on it. So because I think I've had it before where when you get to a stage, you've got 3 or 4 coats of friction polish on, it gets quite soft underneath with the heat, and you get like smudge marks in it. So, right, what do you reckon?
Wow. That's
Really?
awesome.
Got some nice chatoyance in it, innit? Look at that, baby.
The shine coming off the screen on YouTube is
Nice.
much better than the picture on StreamYard.
Is it really? I like that. That's pretty. Let's get it flipped. See if we can get the inside out without damaging it.
Yeah. Don't drop the bowl.
You was only supposed to turn it out. Right, let's turn that a little bit so it makes life a little bit easier. So I'm not going to go major thin because obviously it's glued together, and I think that's just going to put a bit too much stress through it, to be honest, especially here where I've got 3. I mean, I've got a little tiny piece of wood in there, little tiny piece of
Yeah.
wood in there, and then that bar comes through there. So
Where that point is,
we're
at
here.
the top, no, at the top.
Yeah.
Where that inner point, I'd say that might be best to be your
Finish point.
that defines your edge. Yeah.
Yeah, because what I'll do is I'll just clean that edge over to take that little chip out of there out.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sharpen my gouges up quickly. So actually, I could show people how to. While we're doing that, I can show people how easy the old Pro Edge, can I? Really?
Yeah.
So let's
Good
change.
idea.
Let's change camera.
Oh, you're
Spin
getting
the-
everything today, people.
Yeah, I'm making up for lost time. So Pro Edge basically is it's a sanding linisher or belt linisher. Preset sizes are set on this plate here, and we had this discussion the other week. Some kits come with the gouge set in plate, some don't. So basically, if it doesn't come, then you need it really. So you get this.
And if it doesn't come with it, they're only about 12 quid.
Yeah, they're not expensive, but you do need it to set your jigs up. Obviously, your bowl gouges you do. You're all right with just your normal finishing rough and gouge and scraper and things like. You're fine with it without this, but you do need it for your swept back gouges, don't you? So this is the jig, and basically what you're doing is just sliding this over the chisel or gouge or what you want to call it, and then mine's a 45-degree cut or grind. So you basically put your tip of your chisel to the back end plate. Shame I ain't got a camera over here to show you really. There's like little upstands on it. So you're putting your gouge to the back of the plate, pushing your jig up to it, and then you're just gently nipping the jig so it's resting on the front edge. Then all it is I always use, this doesn't come with it. It comes with a smaller one like this. But I bought the deluxe. I got the deluxe holder. So basically what you're doing is you're putting this in your set. These are different gauge settings, which tells you in your manual, but I always use the middle one. So basically it's a touch on that side for a few seconds, touch on that side for a few seconds, and then rolling it over. And I always do 3 passes front and back. And that's it. That should be good enough to sharpen your gouge. Unless you're refacing your gouge, you shouldn't have to do anything more than that. It's a quick 30-second sharpen, because all you're doing is you're putting the edge back on. You're not regrinding. If you're regrinding, obviously, then you have to spend a bit more time. But again, it's just on one side, on the other side, and then, like I say, I just do 3 rolls, which gives me my my point, and that is as easy as that. And that's the advantages of the Pro Edge. So many people think they're hard work, but I think they're so easy.
And
It's
a lot of
just,
people have trouble with getting a consistent bevel because they don't do what you just did, which is treat the edge as 3 separate parts.
yeah, I've
One
seen
edge,
people go all the way around like that, and that's no good. You need to do your sides first, and then your
the
middle
2 sides, and then join the middle with the sides.
Yeah, that's why I do one side, then I trip it over to the other side, and then I roll it 3 times. Because if you've got that little tiny joining line in there, that gives it a chance to get rid of that, doesn't it? And to be honest, that's I think I use I'm sure it's a 240 grit, or is it might be a 120? I think it's 120 we use normally, isn't it? 240. Well, anyway,
120, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you're not taking a great deal off anyway. You're talking. Well, I doubt there's even any calibers out there to measure the amount you've taken off of it. The amount you're only taking off, and to be honest, you'll say that's taken what 30 seconds to do 2 chisels or 2 gouges.
Yeah.
And really good. Right, let's get some safety glasses on and get this. Let's stop the talking and get on with it before we bore people. Right.
Too late.
They're all gone. Too late. They're all gone. So I'm going to
40 in, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, coming over. So I'm just going to clean the front of this up. Just basically get rid of some of the vibration. And then we'll start.
The Dutch Turner's just said that he's re-uploading his premiere for tonight at 7.
Cool. 7.
Dutch, tell me when it hits your channel, and I'll put the link in this chat.
I think, I'm not sure, I think Jappy's doing a premiere tonight, isn't he, as well?
Not sure.
But if I remember right, that's saying like 7:45. If that's tonight, it might be tomorrow.
John PBH is saying that his Pro Edge was the best buy he made. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Apart from my actual lathe, the Pro Edge was the next expensive piece of kit that I bought, and worth every penny. Changed the way I turned.
I must admit, I did question buying it because obviously that's an expensive investment. Because what are they, about 350, something like
that? Yeah, I think mine's 410. I got all the bits.
But since I've had mine, I used to sharpen all my work chisels by hand, which used to take me a whole Sunday. Now, it takes me about 2 hours to do them all.
Yeah.
So it saved me time at work and all. So
I mean, I invested in good gouges, so I wanted to make sure I looked after them.
Exactly. Yeah.
The best way I could.
Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
You know when you get to that mahogany, right, let's go for a smaller gouge so I can get in there. Easy tiger.
Glenn says that his most expensive order is his wife, his VB36, and then his Pro Edge.
And then his wife's sofa.
Yeah. Paul Smith's asking if I've got my Stratus lathe yet.
Say again.
Paul Smith's asking if I've got my Stratus XL lathe yet.
Yeah.
I wish. No, it's going to be... I'm saving up for a few years to get that. I don't have $5,000 lying around. Maybe if I get my compensation through sooner, I'll get it, but not before then. Barry's had to leave. See you later, Barry.
See you later, Barry. Thanks for coming in, mate. Just check that. I don't want to go through the bottom of that. Ooh, she's getting close. Good job I stopped.
Barry Fisher's bought a Stratos. Ooh.
Really?
Which one? The XL or the FU? Jealous. Very jealous. Glyn says, bugger off, you stirring swines.
Nick told me I got to, Glyn. You know what it's like? You've got to obey those who should be obeyed.
Don't forget you dish to centre.
Yeah, I know. Just one more pass. Just one more pass.
Bayek lad.
Hey, you what?
I said, Bayek lad. I'm holding my breath now.
Why? Can you hear it? Can you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a. I reckon we'll win.
Yes.
I reckon we win. I reckon we win about 5 mil of that.
Yes. Stop.
I just want to try and get in that little bit there now, so I'm going to use this carbine and just see if I can scoop out a little bit.
Nice, Barry. Barry's getting the FU 230.
Really?
That's the lathe Mike Walt used to have before he got the XL. Cracking piece of kit.
God, that's hard, that bit of wood. So I don't think I want to go any thinner than that. We're just on that mark you was on about, Mark, there. So I think I'll just clean that front edge up. I think we'll be about there. I reckon we should round that. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I've got a bit more. Yeah, just a tad. Oh, wrong button.
Glenn's saying, be careful with your sanding, because it removes more than you think.
Yeah. Oh, you idiot.
Oh,
I just caught on the tailstock. What a muppet. Oh, that's alright. He done too much damage. That's alright. I think we can
Steve,
get
have
away.
you got a round nose scraper?
Yeah, I have.
That might be a better option.
Yeah.
It's a bit shorter.
Let me turn the headstock as well. That's the only trouble where the lathe is right close, compact in a corner. Negative rake or normal scraper?
Neg.
Right. What a muppet. That was my own fault. I wasn't thinking what I was doing. I just moved it rather than taking the gouge out that way and doing it. I just brought it round. My own fault. Trying to be clever.
That's got it though, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little tiny bit there. We'll just clean that little tiny bit out.
It's alright, Glyn. He's only using it on the edge.
What's he say?
He says, no scraper. Don't use a scraper.
Yeah, that has tore a little bit out, but I can get rid of that with sandpaper.
Yeah, don't go in the middle with that scraper.
No, we might be seeing daylight.
Robert
What a bugger.
Lapsley's in. Hello,
Who?
Robert. Robert
Hi,
Lapsley.
Robert. Thanks for coming in, sir. Right, I think I use to clean that edge up. I think I use the Abranet. What we got here? 120. I think that'll be enough. So I'm just going to put the extraction on. Clean this edge up. Spend a little bit of time on this, getting this right. How are we doing for time?
Just over the hour, mate. You're fine.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Use a bowl gouge in, not bowl gouge, bowl sander in there, can I? Be a bit easier.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of faith, Mark. Come on. What's the worst can happen? You know, make that burn really well if worst come to worst.
Yeah.
I heard Yorkshire grip burns really well.
Leaves a lovely smell.
Yeah. The only trouble with these, you can't get them right in the corner, can you? No.
No. Doc Miller's having to drop out. See you later, Doc.
See you later, Doug. Thanks for coming over, mate.
Glyn says he hopes you realise that his shot blasting cabinet is not getting built while he's watching this.
That's all right. He can make that while we're building his new room in his workshop.
Sid's off. Sid's repurposing. See you later,
Thanks, Sid, for coming over, mate.
Doug from Pole Barn says if you add more pads to the sander, you can get into the corners.
That's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah, never thought of that. Right, 120, 240. Where is it? No? It's done a runner. So 240, then we'll Yorkshire grit it.
Right, everybody, there's the link for the Dutch Turners premiere for tonight. Pop along, check him out.
Subscribe to him, like, share.
Give
all
him
the
some
above.
support. Share the love. Glyn says that's the angel tears that give it this nice smell. I thought it was the sweat of the Oompa Loompas.
Right. There we go. Right, let's just give that a bit of a blast to get the dust out of it. This is what I was saying about, see that ring in there?
Yeah.
When I saw that, I thought it was a tool mark, but it's not. It's the actual, the next layer of wood underneath it.
All right.
So we'll sand and seal it.
Oh, so it was segmented sandwich as well as
Yeah,
lengthways.
it's I'll show you this bit. See this here? See that?
Oh yeah, 3 pieces.
There's 3 layers. And what it is made to, it's a construction oak. And what they do, you know, when you go like Tesco's and they have like the wooden frame roof and all that in the roof and all that?
Yeah, yeah.
It's that sort of stuff. And what it is the grain is crisscrossed to obviously give it structural strength and obviously stop it twisting and warping. So they're like, they was offcuts of that sort of stuff. So,
Robert Dolman's asking a question.
go on in.
Why did you miss out 180 grit?
Because I never use 180 grit. I go 240. No, sorry, I go 120, 240, then into. Do we really need to go the grits? Someone else asked this question a few weeks ago, didn't they?
I tend to go 80, 120, 240.
Yeah, yeah. And to be honest,
240.
yeah. You mean if you're doing something that's like when I'm doing body work or spraying on vehicles, you're obviously relying on a perfect flat surface before you paint. You don't want that because obviously if you've got any scratch marks, then the paint will not fill the scratch marks. It'll just lay in the scratch mark. So obviously, if you're doing something like that, then yes, you do need to go through your grits and be really thorough. But
Beard 16's just put in the chat. Sorry, no invasion tonight.
Oh, okay, Rich.
Sorry to hear that, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so obviously, if you're doing something really particular and you want a really good shiny finish on it, then yes. Then if I'm doing resin, I'll sand. I'll go depending on like 120, 240, 320, then 400, and then depending on how shiny I want it, whether I go straight onto the Yorkshire grit from there, or whether I hand sand it up to like 2000 grit with wet and dry. But it depends on how nice a shine you want, don't you? I mean, it's down to the individual preference.
I think Martin Saban Smith explained it once in one of his videos. As long as you don't go more than double the grit, you can miss out. So you could go 80, 120. 120 doubled is 240. So you don't go 180 to 320.
Yeah.
So 180 to 240. 240, you go 320. But your next one is 400. So you wouldn't go 600. So 180 is within that range where you could miss it out.
Yeah.
And you won't really notice the difference.
Yeah, I don't think, to be honest, like you say, I don't think you'll notice the difference between 180 and 240, to be honest. Well, not on wood anyway. Obviously, if that was a painted surface and resin, especially a dark coloured resin, then yeah, you may do, but not on I don't think you would on wood. Right, Yorkshire grit.
Beard said, or Rich, unless Colin wants to be the first in the Beard Invades pre-URL tonight. Colin, if Rich is asking you to do an invade, my advice, do it. It's not as bad as you think it might be. It's quite good fun. Rich is very gentle.
We always wear
And
gloves and uses lube.
he may even buy you flowers. And I got to say, it helped my channel immensely. And I'm very grateful for Rich doing my invasion. So if he's giving you the opportunity to do an invasion, snap it up.
Definitely. So Rich is bringing something new out then. What's the what's the new thing about it then?
Troy, it says pre-URL, so it might be somebody with less than 100 subs.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I don't know if Rich could confirm or deny that. Yes, Colin, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so grit worked in. Are we microfining this one as well, do you reckon? Get another shine on it?
Yeah, they've got to really, haven't you?
Yeah. Just buff it out. My hands have gone black with this oak, look. I do like oak. I love working with oak.
Rich has just confirmed it's a spin-off. He really wants to start helping people grow and join the maker community. That's awesome, Rich.
Definitely. Definitely. I must admit, I was toying with the idea of bringing the maker shout-outs back. If people want to watch them.
The Deloach's Do YouTube has just come in. Hello, everybody.
Afternoon. Right, let's give this some microfine on this baby.
I've seen Rob's workshop. Doesn't need tidying. He's very tidy.
What's that, Rob CP?
No, Robert.
Colin Roberts.
Colin Roberts, yeah. Wood Wizardry by Colin.
Wood Wizardry. Yeah, I made a mirror for him, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched all his videos.
Yeah, he's a good turner.
Yeah.
I like his projects. Some of his projects are really good. I think he's been turning quite a while, hasn't he? He's not a new turner. He's just new to the tubes.
Just new to YouTube, yeah.
Can't see the shine on that now, can you? Because there's no light shining on it.
Maker238 Deloach. He says he was on his other account.
He's trying to sneak in. Trying to confuse us. Right.
He's asking if everybody's doing okay.
We're all good, thank you. Well, I am. I'm very good, thank you.
Not too bad.
Right, friction polishing. gone quite quick actually. I didn't realise that would turn that quicker than I thought. That's the only thing I don't like about this friction polish. Is it's a bitch to get out the bottle without spilling it everywhere.
Here's the link for the Beard 16's video, which explains the spin-off. So I've just put that link in the chat.
All right, let's get this bad boy polished. So how's your big bowl coming on, Mark? Is it dried out yet, or?
It's getting there. It's lost over 1 kilo.
Oh, really?
Weight.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good. So what have you been doing? Have you dried it any more in the oven, or have you just left it, or?
Yeah, it's had a couple of sessions in the oven. Very low and slow, 50 degrees for 4 hours. And the rest of the time it's just been sat on the landing in my flat.
It's a lot of weight that's lost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wish I could lose that in 4 weeks.
I've got experience in that. Lost 12 stone in 10 months.
You know.
The Dutch Turner's just said in the chat that he's 2 subs away from 100.
Oh man, come
Come on
on.
in, folks. Anybody is in the chat. If you haven't subbed to the Dutch Turner's channel, give him a sub. Let's get him to 100 so he can get his custom URL.
Yeah, definitely. YouTube must hate us. We're always boosting people's channels up.
Well, it helps YouTube, doesn't it? I mean,
Oh yeah.
Globally known company. They're not going to shy away from any help. They want more and more people doing it, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's quite popular now. I must admit, you said to me 3 or 4 years ago, "Oh, you're going to be on YouTube." I'd be like, "No, don't be stupid." Right. Let's put a light on. No, wrong one. No, wrong one. That one. Does it look shiny?
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it now. Get my greasy hands on it. Well, I think we're there. So I just put a final coat of friction polish over that to obviously clean it up. We've got a little bit of, I don't know if you can see that in there, can you? Let me put it on a different camera. Might be able to see it a bit better.
There's the link for the Dutch Turner's channel.
A little bit in there where obviously with the hand glued up properly. But other than that,
That's
looks
proper
quite
shiny.
looks nice. Looks nice. Let's get it out of the chuck. And I did actually.
Well, it looks like Dutch has done it. 106.
Oh, good. Well done, mate. I did actually put this camera in for showing. So it's nice. I like that.
Nice, yeah.
And the good thing is this bit stayed in. So added bonus. So there you go, guys. I'll try and get a bit closer to the camera. That's it. It's not bad.
That's really nice.
Just something a little bit different. And it's just a shame about that little bit there where are we here? Where it didn't glue up quite properly. But I might scrape that out and get some mahogany shavings or like sawdust and just lay in there. And hopefully that'll cover that up. Other than that, I'm really happy with that. I like that. So very nice, very nice.
Lots of love for the bowl in the chat.
Thank you very much. I'll put some pictures up after the live, as always, so people can get, because the cameras never do it justice, do they? Really?
No.
So we'll get some pictures up on the media, and so thank you very much. It's been.
If anyone's got any more questions for Steve, fire them off.
Yeah. Before I lose my bottle. No, I'm all right. Thanks to everybody for coming over to start with. It's nice to get back. It's surprising how you do miss things, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because I hadn't done one for. Well, I haven't done a Thursday for like 3 weeks. It's surprising how much you miss them. Not the turn inside, just the interaction with other people. Yeah, trouble is I've got to clear the workshop up now.
Yeah, I'm sort of double-edged sword. I kind of miss doing the lives, but don't.
Yeah. Well, we can understand your point of view, Mark, because it just knocks you up, doesn't it? So.
Yeah.
But there might be a time when you want to go back and do them.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, just time in it, and they do what you. Let's bring you back in. Put your clothes back on. At the end of the day, you might, in a few months' time, you might decide you will have another go. You ain't got to do one every day, or every week. Just do one every now and again.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to do one and you want a slot, you only got to ask, and you can have one of my slots. So it's not a problem at all. Yeah, that's what she said. Four Kings Owl. Who's that? Is that put a name to the who? Four Kings Owl. Who's that, Mark? Do you know the name?
I think somebody said it was Ryan.
Ryan. Okay. Has he changed names then? Because I haven't seen that name before. Oh, is that Maker 238? Is that his other channel?
No, that's Maker 238 Deloach.
Yeah, but his name's Ryan.
Martin. It says Martin. His name is.
Oh, Martin. Yes, Martin. I did get Nikki flowers.
238 is 238 Deloach is Ryan.
Yeah, it's Ryan. Yeah, I got Ryan's name on there, but I haven't got that one, so I'm going to put that on my list. Ready for Nick.
Joe Senior saying chocolates for Nikki.
She's on a diet, Joe. She reckon.
Necklace for Nikki. Extension for Nikki.
Oh, don't you start that.
There's so many.
Yeah, so many, and you lot just encourage her.
Yeah. And.
Yeah, no, I am new. Okay, thank you very much, then, Martin, for coming over. Very much appreciate. Hope you enjoyed what you've seen. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. It's been nice to get back on the lives. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a few videos up as well. I haven't been putting no videos up regular, so I'm going to try and get those done as well. So hopefully, you never know. But I'm sure. Let me just grab my phone.
Joe wants to know, when are you turning snowmen?
Snowmen.
It's not that time of year yet.
Yeah, not just yet. To be honest, I turned 4 last year. I turned 1 well, actually, I turned 1 to play around with, just to see how I got on with it.
Toys for Steve.
Hey, what's that?
Toys for Steve.
Yeah, definitely. So I turned 1 just out of softwood, just to have a play, and then I took it in the house, and it's I like one of those, but I like it because it weren't obviously perfect. And she bought one, so I done one out of oak. But I only turned 3, and I turned 1 for someone else. I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to see. I'm sure Jappy sent me a link that he's got a premiere. I can't remember when it was. No. Keep an eye out though for it. If I find the link, here we go. 7:45 on the 4th. When's that? That's tomorrow. So 7:45 tomorrow, Jappies is.
What's his channel?
Is it Podgester? Potgieter Woodturner. You got it? That's it. Rich has put it in the chat.
Oh, is he? Oh, good. Thank you.
He's put his name in the chat. Let's see if we can. Have you found it, Mark, or not? The link.
Not yet. My phone's being slow.
I'll make you laugh. You put the name in the search for YouTube, and it comes up no result found.
All right, I've got it. I've got it.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah. That one. Share. Copy. Come out. Go back. Find you. There's you.
Ryan, I don't know. You used to have to have 100 subs. Was it 100 subs to do a live on your mobile phone?
No, it's 1,000 to do live on your mobile.
But through
But you
YouTube
can do a
Studio.
live. You can do live through YouTube straight away, but
Yeah.
only through a PC.
Yeah.
But you can do from mobile once you have 1,000 subs.
Right. Okay. I thought it was 100 subs.
No, they changed it because unfortunately somebody committed suicide live on YouTube through their mobile,
Oh,
and
nice.
YouTube changed the rules straight away to stop people doing that.
Definitely. So you know you got to wait for 100. You got to wait for 1,000 subscribers before you can commit suicide.
Yeah. It does seem odd because
Yeah.
if you're going to do it, you're going to do it, and
Yeah.
if you've got 1,000 subs, then you have more chance of more people watching it, which doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Glenn's off. Okay. See you later, Glenn. Thanks for coming over. Right. So are we ready to call it then, Mark?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think everybody's asked their questions. I think we've embarrassed ourselves enough. So if there's no more questions, then we'll knock it on the head.
It's been
Thanks
nice
for coming
talking to everyone.
Yeah, thanks for coming over, Mark. Thanks for giving us a hand.
No problem.
Thanks for being my Nicky.
Sorry, I'm not as attractive.
Well, there is that, but I know I can compromise with that. The filters do wonders on the computer.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is what I really look like.
Right, okay, we'll knock it on the edge, shall we, mate?
Yep.
John, thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. Right, we'll see you later, guys. Thanks for coming over. Take care. And
cheers, everyone.
bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.